Hello and welcome to the three people watching this live right now. So the topic of this video today is roasting Indian agenting AI startups, and the idea came about just based on this image that I was looking at and found out online, which essentially was about agentic AI startups in India. And given they were spread across different parts of India, I wanted to look at them, analyze them, and see where they are at in terms of global capabilities and global products that we see and use every day. Now, as far as I go, I use ChatGPT every day. I use Gemini, I use Claude, Cursor, Windsurf, a lot of the other AI LLM dictation tools and Perplexity, for example. So these are sort of my day-to-day workhorses that get me work done and help me optimize my workflow. But what I didn't really have heard about a majority of these startups that are based out of India, running from India. I've heard about Sarvam, which is probably the most prominent name I've heard with regards to agentic or AI startups within India. I've also heard about 2.ai. I think that's by Pranav Mistry. They are backed by Reliance Foundation and doing a lot of Indian lingual specific stuff with LLMs and building their own LLMs, and also about Ola and Krutrim and their cloud providing of options and their LLMs. Now, there has been news behind the scenes, it's just ChatGPT running for Krutrim as well. But we'll analyze those, we'll look at a few startups here and see how they go. Now, in order to make this simpler and easier, what we'll start off with is I use Gemini, for example, in this case, and I told Gemini essentially to firstly figure out what these 109 startups are. So I made it OCR all of this stuff, figure out what are these 109 startups in itself, and then give me a name of them, give me a brief description about them, what industry or problem or segment they are serving today, and what score do you give in terms of how frequent and how popular they are, in essence, right? In terms of how much impact are they actually generating today, and references and links to their website link or any article where they have been referenced at all. So this is the output of that. Let me expand this if I can. I think I did already somewhere, but yeah, yes. So agentic AI startup landscape. So we'll do a regular bit of roasting and giving feedback. Roasting is a very hard word. I That's just for the clicks, honestly. But what we'll try to do is analyze all of these startups, look at them, what do they do, and give them a rating overall. I did have my tier list builder here added, so we'll try to rank these startups between S to A, B, and C and D tiers and go from there. So that's the agenda for this call specifically. Now let's start with one of these. Let's go through a few that I did notice. So one of them was poodleai.in. This is based in Himachal, and from what I could gather, they are funded from an incubator running in IIT Mandi, which is in Himachal. And I don't see any product that I can try or use for myself, but an interesting concept nonetheless, right? Accelerating the timelines for AGI, building the infrastructure for next generation intelligence that powers robotic interaction with reality. I don't really understand what this is. That powers robotic interaction with reality. So I'm guessing this is in Hugging Face for robots, maybe. That's what it sounds like to me. But if I go and join the waitlist, it just comes back to me with a Google form that I need to fill. But if you look here, they do provide some more context as to what they do. We are building the infrastructure for world models, systems that allow robots to generate synthetic data and train in simulated environments before opening the real world. Okay, interesting concept. Now, because I don't have a robot or have any inference or knowledge about what exactly will they help me do, I think they talk about models that I can run on specific robots and test them and see the results from them. and then research the world models themselves. So that's Poodle AI in essence. Not really the most interesting piece. I think this is more B2B specific, and sort of caters to that. So nothing revolution. I think it is revolutionary, but I can't really comment as to what exactly is the product in here, right? I see statements and sort of things written out here, but nothing for me to actually take action or even experience it for that matter. So let's rank this. For example, I would probably put let's do, instead of, let's create a new document and just write it down here, because I don't know how to create this tier list. Here go square images. Can I just, okay, I need to put images here, which I don't want to do. Maybe instead of that, let's just rank them in a document instead. Poodle AI will give that, I think, a B for now, and we'll keep going through these startups as they come about. And if you have any startups, put them in the chat and we can also review them. Poodle AI is done. So the next one from the list is 9AI. These guys are actually based out of Rajasthan, if I'm correct. So I'm starting off with ones that have one singular startup, so, and we get to know and understand what they actually do and go from there. Give me a second. Okay, so the next one here is 9ai.in, which essentially provides insights and case studies. And I think from what I understand, these guys provide AI specific services to startups where they help them operationalize and scale their workflows and get AI or agents to do their work. So I think that's what they do as a startup, which is interesting. So it's a spin to your regular agency. I think you can call them an enterprise agency for any sort of AI specific work that you want to get done. So let's say if you have a use case, or you want, for example, a support agent, or some use case or operational process specific details that where you want to operationalize, and you feel like AI could do the thing. I think these guys are here to solve for that problem or help you get there. And by the looks of it, insights, and let's go to their homepage and see what do they exactly do. And I did also find an Inc. 42 article. So these guys are enterprise AI growth planners. Let's build one together with 9AI, your enterprise. A little vague. No clear AI roadmap, blah blah blah. Don't get it. While others research, leaders deploy and drive ROI. 9AI is your enterprise AI growth partner, turning ideas into action. So exactly. So these guys help essentially for your use cases that you have around AI. These guys help transform that and build agents to solve those problems and get you started and running. And they provide AI consultancy, provide AI specific workflows, and any development around LLMs that you want to do, or any sort of AI involved. These guys can help you do it and make it better or faster and manage that for you. So that's what these guys do at 9AI. Interesting use case, not really a product. It's more or less a service at the end of the day. And essentially they provide you with ways to get through of stuff using AI. So you have an automation executive, sort of other use cases around back office executives who can look at CRM data, schedule email, schedule calls, and things like that. You have accountant who can look at all the finances of an organization. You have the HR manager who can look at the employees, the retention activities and things like that, and make sure everything regarding compliance is up to par. So these guys provide you specific use cases as certain AI employees in some ways, which can solve specific use cases and problems for you. And instead of hiring a actual human in the loop, you can just get the work through these agents done. And that's one of their offerings, along with AI consultancy and essentially turning your generic progress and workflows into something that AI can do for you. So that's what Tiny AI does. Pretty interesting. And as I said, not really a product that I can start with. I think they provide an AI audit. We'll probably look at it. But these guys are based in Rajasthan, and doing a lot of stuff, and it is really interesting. They have gone to the forefront. I think I would want someone like a big five, or big four essentially also doing something like this. They probably do today, given AI being such important part of our life and also workforce if you use it. And these guys are like the newer champs here, trying to build a market for themselves with AI as their main use case and problem that's solved for. So pretty interesting. So let's give them a rating. 9 AI, I would give them, it's not really S tier. I would put them under the A category. And let's see what did Gemini give it as well. Let's search for 9 AI. And just so you know, this is built from all of the startups names that we find here, that are present here. I told Gemini to build me a dashboard listing about details of these startups and giving them a relevance score as to how relevant what they are doing is, and it has given 9 year that we have searched recently. So they provide AI services, which is correct, and it is giving it a score of 4, which makes sense. I think there are others that score higher, for example score of 15. The lowest is probably 3 and 4, and the one that we just saw, Poodle, is probably ranked the lowest, like we saw. So that makes sense because nothing to look at, nothing for us to try out. Whereas with this 9 AI guys, we at least have something that we understand and can make sense out of it as a business, to begin with. So yeah, these guys deserve, I think, an A. A B is a little too harsh, but yeah, we'll improve and relook at them if we need to. But let's keep moving. Let's switch gears to find something that is a higher score. The highest scores are of these two agentic AI startups based in India. One of them is Unifor, which is a conversational AI customer experience platform. So a conversational AI platform that combines NLP, speech recognition, and automation to enhance customer service and enterprise workflows. Interesting. So it's your support on demand. But yeah, let's look at them. What do these guys do? Oh, I think I have them open already. Oh, I lost them. What I'll probably also do is close my tabs. I'll keep Sarvam and Ola open just because they are the most known names. And let's open Unifor now. Okay, I think what I'll also do is probably keep playing some background music. Okay, so let's look at Unifor. Unifor announces the acquisition of RBA and Automobile. Okay, looks like these guys have gone big. They have great customers from the likes of DocuSign, Atlassian, interesting, HP, Skechers, the Washington Post, which is interesting. Let's try and look at it. What else do they do? I'll probably reduce the sound from the music. Okay. Introducing Unifor Business AI. Bridges the AI divide between IT and business users by combining the simplicity of consumer AI with enterprise grade security and scalability. Interesting. Let's keep scrolling. Okay, looks like a lot of marketing, customer service AI agents that support real-time guidance, blah blah blah. AI that activate customers, so I think it works like a AI chatbot. Sales AI answering questions and looking at engagements, identifying details of that, as well as people AI, which is interesting. Okay, let's see if we can find some demos, guides, videos, infographics. Okay. But interesting nonetheless. They do a lot of stuff, and they have a large customer base just looking at what's the logos listed on the website itself. And if you look at the products they have real-time guidance agent, communication recording. So I think it's like a Granola or an Otter AI or your Chorus. Conversation insights agents, I think it's probably looking at and being added to Zoom calls, taking notes and suggesting real-time how the conversation is going, and probably provide you with suggestions, and a self-service agent to solve for and understand problems. Interesting. I think these guys have a real use case. They are working with analysts. As you can see, IDC is one of them. The platform has an agentic layer. It's available on cloud that you can host a model, knowledge and data layer. So I think interesting stuff. I don't think we can try something right now, and maybe this is one of their demos. Talk to an agent. Let's see what this does. Is this a real human, or are they actually using something of their own? To connect you with our sales team, blah blah blah. Okay, looks like standard chatbot. But I'm not really sure. It sounds they are doing some interesting stuff just by the marketing of it. But from the looks of that chat, I think this is just HubSpot chatbot that they have added for demos and inquiries in a sense. But let's look at resources once more. Okay, I think we do have demos. Business, self-service agent, business. Let's see. Let's look at videos. Are we still at videos? Yes. Business AI interface. Let's see. Let's look at this demo. I think you should be able to.
And so today, we as Unifor have one more thing to announce.
Okay.
And we call it the Business AI User Interface, which we're going to show you live right now. The vision we have is for business users in your companies who know the process, and all they have to do is give a goal and an intention to an AI agent and let the system do everything
Okay.
that Saurabh was doing.
So is this if it's like a open agent, like how ChatGPT can now is an agent that can log into a browser session and do actions for you? Let's look.
And to prove the power of the business AI interface, this next demo on a live system will be done by me. All right? How about that? Well, Saurabh, this better work.
I hope it does.
All right, so step one, I'm going to do everything, and I mean everything that Saurabh did here with the point and click system, as comprehensive as it is, but I'm just going to do it different. The first thing I'm going to do is think like the vice president of claims in an insurance company, and I'm going to recruit my newest member of the team. So I'm going to recruit an agent. This is the business AI user interface, folks. This is it. No point and click, no charts, no decisions to be made. Three things here. On the left side, right behind me, is my chat interface. In natural language English, in business terminology, I will chat with an AI agent. In the middle, the AI agent will tell me what it's thinking. What does it think about my request? What does it think about my direction? And on the right, it will create for itself a to-do list and it will validate with me if it's doing the right thing or not.
Okay.
That's it. All right. So let's see. I am recruiting my newest claims agent in the company. This is the recruitment process. I'm going to put it on probation. So here's what I'm going to tell it. I am a claims manager.
Yeah.
I'm recruiting you to be an AI agent for our insurance operation.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good luck with the typos.
Your mission is to learn end to end the process of claims. Train yourself
Wouldn't it already know that?
and ask me clarifying questions. Imagine bringing
I'm thinking it wouldn't it already know that because it's a business AI and business agent. But yeah,
on a new colleague who's joined your team as an apprentice, as an intern. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. It has shown me a to-do list that it'll use to start learning my company's process. And it's in the middle showing me how is it thinking. It's understanding the purpose of this claims process. It's then asking me which key stakeholders are involved. So I'm going to say, well, processors are involved, patients are involved, and providers are involved. Okay? It says success criteria looks like it has to be a fast resolution, accuracy, fairness, and compliance. Recording that. Okay, which data? It's asking me a question. Which data would be most relevant here? Can you list it? Natural language is fine. I can understand it with descriptive names. So I'm going to say claims data, patient data, and evidence. And I'm using shorthand here. Okay? It's saying starting the scan of data sources. Remember Saurav was scanning documents? Patient data, claims forms, patient history, everything we saw Saurav do through the system. The AI agent is performing on its own. And it's going through the to-do list and giving me visual feedback. It's saying it's building its skills at the moment. Let's see what is it building. Okay, it has a question for me. I will need to interview a few human experts. Is that okay to do later? Sure. Okay. Now it's saying it's creating a pre-mission game plan. What does that mean? It's showing me if I were to give it the job and say start processing claims, what will it do? It'll read sample policies. It will analyze 100 historical claims. It will review the medical evidence. It will identify common fraud, calibrate, and set up a checklist. And it's saying, does this look right to me? Say yes. Okay, so at this point, we are just about ready to have our newest recruit take the job. So this new recruit now, I'm going to say, I'm going to launch it. You've learned everything that needed to be learned. Now at this point, I want this agent to...
Is there a way I can look at maybe the sources that it used? Because for example, I'll give you an interface example of how ChatGPT or even Manas.im, the tool that I've used a lot of times for my research. Manas.im, let's just go to their website. And the way they do this stuff is essentially using a lot of the information about browsing through, and it gives me indication of what website it has visited and things like that. I didn't really see that under Unifor's demo, where it tells it claims to have used RAG backend and figured out things and done that and gotten all of the knowledge. So maybe it would help if we were a little more transparent, because in that process I can suggest it to use more references or more documents to use as that learning process itself, and make the user or the agent much more stronger to answer any edge case questions. And the interface, I think there's pros and cons to both. So if I have, for example, the interface like we were seeing here, where I have the agent, the reasoning, and the to-do list, I think it's probably similar to how even Cursor does it. For example, when you ask it to code, it understands, it reasons about what it needs to do as the first, which is the step, and it actually does a to-do list. So yeah, I think that this is fine. I think this looks good. Based on what we see in Cursor, Windsurf also does something similar, where it creates a to-do list and dives and surfs and hub is what they call it.
Great, and set up a checklist. And it's saying, does this look right to me? Check out 4 layers of the cake, the data layer, the knowledge agent. It has to learn on its own. Now it's beginning to show me how it's thinking. Remember, at this point, it's an expert. I have launched it into.
Yeah, so this one is verifying connections to claim patient policy data from this. Okay, I think it is doing to a certain extent all of that. Let's just go forward and see. This is just MS chat.
This is not demo. So while Anna brings it up on her side, this application as she runs.
It can't be that easy. All right, let's see. Anna, and I'm a claims processing specialist, and Umesh is my manager here. And usually the process of processing claims is incredibly painful, right? It takes 7 days, 3 different people, and I'm told by him that apparently it'll be a much easier process using this new technology. So I'm going to give it a try, although I don't quite believe it. Let's see. I'm going to go to claims. I'm going to pick Emma, and I'll submit for approval.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it can't be that easy. All right. Let's see. Oh, it's pending. Submit for approval. Okay. So it looks like, well, it was
That's a bug. That's a bug. Here the claim is still pending, whereas on the other screen, the claim got approved the minute we sent it for approval. Oopsie.
pending.
And if you look at it, the claim was submitted at 4:58. Okay, there's a 2-day window here. Okay, but how long did the AI take?
Okay, it says approved. All right.
So again, reminder, those set of AI agents that we created work behind the scenes to take in all the evidence of this patient, run through the pipeline, and made a decision for Anna right now. And like Anna said, which we have several folks from insurance in the room right now and on the webcast, would know that a typical claims process isn't this quick. Now, the reason we saw a sigh of relief from Saurabh is that this morning this didn't work. So, big hand for Saurabh.
Okay, interesting. No, shout out to these guys. I think they are doing a lot of work with their own inbuilt and in-house tools. It was interesting, and it did have a relevant score based on Gemini, and I did like what they were doing. Now, how easy it is to apply it to my business and sort of onboard these agents to the set of applications that I use on a day-to-day basis and make it work. I don't know how that works, or how generally the sales cycle works here, but yeah, we'll still give it a for now. But yeah, let's keep going. Let's find some more startups with a high relevancy. So the other one was Gupshup. I've heard about Gupshup. I don't really remember what they do. So they provide conversational messaging, a leading conversational messaging platform that enables business to engage with customers. Again, somewhat similar to Unifor, they do provide agents to solve and ask your specific queries and get the job done. Let's see. Gupshup AI. Oops. Conversational intelligent blah blah blah. Book a demo. What do they offer? AI powered platform for seamless omni-channel customer engagement and automation. Yep, makes sense. With autonomous AI agents for every customer conversation. Interesting. Let's start a conversation. Oh, I can't. Oopsie. Let's look at the capabilities. Conversational builder. So I think it's sort of a AI chatbot that I can build for my use cases. Let's say I have a platform and I have customers requesting on how do I self-service myself to do X or Y or get some result out of the platform, and I would probably build a chatbot using Gupshup, which essentially would be fed on to all of my documentation, all of my knowledge base from internal and external sources, and then the and this specific agent can, based on the knowledge base I have provided it, synthesize information and then answer queries. And that's what I'm understanding it to be. So I think something like this: agent assist, support bell, blah blah blah. They also have integrations. How many did they mention? 500 integrations. Interesting. Okay. I mean, the organization I work for, we almost manage 300 plus integrations, but yeah, this is even larger. They have AI agents that you can customize. Like I said, they have AI agent use cases that they have offered, and a fine-tuned LLM based on information of your industry and teams. Makes sense. A lot of they have a lot of customers: Indian sleep companies, Snapdeal, Tata Motors, Vivo, DMart. Interesting. Learning blah blah blah. 50,000 customers. Wow. 120 billion messages annually. Interesting. Is there a way I can try it out? Let's start again. I want to build an agent and see how it works. Okay, looks like I can sign up. Let's do it with Google. Thank you for signing up. No, I came directly. Acme. United States. Let's see if I can build something today, and we'll probably close the live stream after this and start do a phase 2 or part 2 of the same tomorrow maybe. Create your first app. Okay, let's do it. Enter your app name. Support bot. Let's say let's build a bot. Please try a different support agent bot. Okay, go to dashboard. Let's see what it can do. Okay, I can go live. That's all. Wow, interesting. What was that? Sandbox templates, view, blah blah blah. Wait, what am I doing here? Create template. WhatsApp business, blah blah blah. Adding more templates. Already have submitted. Okay, that's fine. Manage. Let's manage this. You can now view account statement. Manage. What am I looking at? I think these are queries or sample responses it can generate. Common service. These are probably functions or some ways that it can answer. Let's see. Onboarding mechanism. What are the settings? It's a weird way to onboard. Webhooks. Okay. Okay, I don't really get what I'm doing here, but maybe I've not configured it right. WhatsApp. Can I connect my let's go live, let's see what happens. I have not done anything. How do you want to create your WhatsApp business? Oh, I okay, so I am, maybe I'm understanding this. So this is a WhatsApp chatbot Gupshup built for me, just based out of the name, and I can onboard it against a specific mobile number to which my customers can reach out, and this helps answer any queries in the templates that are available here, and then we go from there. Maybe that's what it does. Let's see. I think there are API docs and general docs for this. Let's see. Yeah, I think that is, and it does also answer per price. Okay, I didn't really get what these guys were doing. There's no messaging limit. That's so weird. WhatsApp business API. How do they support ticket for WhatsApp? Okay, it's a little vague. I don't know how to even get started with this. Maybe I'm not the right person then. But yeah, I think you have a wallet where you can link your credit card and create a chatbot that can run as part of your WhatsApp business account, and it can help answer or create support queries or reservations or book tickets on your behalf or respond to customer queries. I think that's I think where they are going with this platform, and what I am seeing, at least on what I see. List of the you can use while sending out template messages. These are approved by Bitsar for. Oh, okay. These are messages that I can send through my bot to the numbers, through the number I set up against, and then it can help. Okay. Yeah, and I think and it responds in a certain way. Your dash is pending. Please do blah by da. Okay, download your ticket. Yeah, like you see. Okay, I get it. I think this is also interesting, though I would not give it good marks in terms of onboarding, but maybe I'm not the right person even who is using this app or understand the use case entirely. But I will give it an A. Till now I think I've been a little generous in the numbers, but yeah, I think that's the startups for today that we have reviewed. Poodle.ai, which does something on the robotic sides. Let's go back and see what Poodle does. In AI based education platform for personalized learning. I don't think this is correct, and let's I think we looked at something different when we were. I think it's mostly training for robots and providing a setup for you to test your LLMs or sort of your agentic workflows that are probably running on certain systems. I think very good use case, I think. But yeah, I will have to try it out to give any actual feedback. So I think it stays where it is. 9AI was interesting. It's a AI based services. I think Infosys or the TCS and the likes of those big conglomerates, I think, should be jumping on doing something like this for their customers. Now I think it's both helpful for them to increase business but also lose business, because you or or churn a lot of employees, because a lot of the stuff they do will probably get done by these chatbots or agents essentially. And one other thing, now that I'm talking about chatbots and agents in one sentence, what I think has happened is chatbots have essentially started to being called agents now, and the real agents are agents like the one we saw from Unifora essentially here. The Gupshup one, I think it's still a chatbot, a conversational bot, like they tell. I don't think it's an AI agent, so to say. You have certain templates, you have certain messages, and it answers and responds to that. So I think that's what it is really. So I'm not really sure if I should give it a A or a B. Well, it feels misleading, but maybe I didn't understand it fully correctly. But yeah, those are my rankings for Poodle, 9AI, Unifora, Gupshup, and what they do. Pretty interesting stuff. And I think what we'll do, we'll call it a day for now, and we'll do the same activity tomorrow. View and review some other startups in the Agentic AI space from India, and go from there. But yeah, if you have any thoughts, suggestions, leave a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel for more such videos. And if you have any suggestions and recommendations for me to review any AI tools, yeah, feel free to reach out and we'll look at those in one of these live streams. For now, I think that's it. We'll see you guys soon tomorrow doing the same thing.